Hello, everybody. My name is Bob Calvert. I am the founder of Talking with Heroes. It's Talking with Heroes, HEROES.com. And we also have a nonprofit. We're hoping to get the website fully launched here in a couple months. Thank you for your service.us, expanding our mission that we've been doing for over 12 years with our troops, our veterans, military families, caregivers, companies like USAA that are out there helping our troops, and so many like them. And but here I'm in Colorado Springs right now, and I have personally benefited through these surgeries I've been through since my last trip to Iraq and Afghanistan from hemp oil, because I've had 3 foot surgeries, and the spasms can be terrible. They go right up my leg, and with my grandkids it makes it worse. And actually, when I came in here, I was feeling it pretty strong, and I'm not right now. And you don't get high from it. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about some of this stuff. We're here with Lacie Lloyd.
Yes. Hi. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Yep. And you're a wife of a veteran. You're a care specialist at Realm of Caring Foundation. We're in the office here, and people, if you look at this right next to you, it's realmofcaring.org or the ROC.us. And we're going to be talking about hemp oil. We're going to be talking a little bit about cannabis and some of the benefits that people around the country are experiencing.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you start out, talk a little bit about yourself and your husband, your military family.
I would be more than happy to, Bob. So I am the wife and caregiver of a disabled veteran. His name is Daniel. He spent 6 years in the Army. He was a 326 combat engineer, deployed twice to Iraq. One tour before we met, one tour after we met. Completely different person than who I married when he came home from his last tour. Still fresh in my mind on how he came back and the difficulties he had assimilating back into society, PTSD, TBI, bulging disc in his back, sleep apnea, insomnia, the list goes on and on. So I've been personally been able to heal my family, not only my husband, but myself, with the use of cannabinoid therapy. And it's been a complete night and day change, 180% change in who my husband has become after he's come home from Afghanistan and Iraq. And I'm so glad that he is with me and has made almost a full recovery with the use of cannabis.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Realm of Caring? How did you get here?
Well, I was at one point working at a cafe at the Air Force Academy. I was actually running a cafe called Green Beans, and I was also working in a dispensary. So I was already in the cannabis industry, working with patients one-on-one, helping them to decide what cannabis products to use, how much, different things like that. One day, I heard about Realm of Caring, and I just started off as a volunteer, dropping off pamphlets, talking to people in grocery stores about who they are, what they do. And then I finally came to an orientation where we receive education about cannabinoid therapy with one of our care specialists here. And that night, I was actually offered to come in for an interview. And ever since then, I've been working as a care specialist here at Realm of Caring. I do think it's fate, and I do think it's a part of my path, and it's definitely a calling to serve.
Sure. And Realm of Caring is a nonprofit.
Yes.
It's a foundation. Talk about the people that started it, the Stanley brothers, whoever else you want to mention.
Yeah. So the Realm of Caring Foundation was originally started with Heather Jackson, which is the CEO of Realm of Caring, and Paige Fiji, which is Charlotte's mom. So this is Charlotte here, and this is Zakai, which is Heather's son. They collaborated with the Stanley brothers to start making cannabinoid products to help their children that were having uncontrollable seizure. And they were able to heal their family as well with the use of cannabinoid therapy. So it was a combination of families, people that moved to Colorado for this movement, the Stanley brothers that were creating the products that saved these children's lives. So this is how Realm of Caring started, as a service to our community, and we still continue to serve that community to this day.
I remember hearing years ago on the news, and I'll mention
2013.
this to friends. I'll mention this to friends around the country, and they'll go, "Oh, I think I heard about Charlotte's
Yes.
Web." That's what the one product ended up being.
Yes.
Because of what they made for her.
That's
right?
correct.
And, she was like was she in the hospital on medications?
Yeah, she was. She was on a lot of medications at one point, and her family was able. Her dad's also a veteran, so her family was able to get the help that they needed by accessing the product before it was even called Charlotte's Web. There was actually a year waiting list for people that were migrating here for this medicine, if you will. Completely different atmosphere now. Charlotte's Web can be shipped to all 50 states and even other countries overseas. So it's a worldwide and household name now. Currently, we do support two other products. Elixinol and Mary's Nutritionals are another companies that we suggest for people when they call in. Charlotte's Web was definitely the flagship that got this movement started.
Okay, and so you are a foundation.
Yes,
and I know
501c3.
Talk about some of what Realm of Caring does. I mean, there's a care team, there's a lot of projects you all have.
Yeah, so we have the care team. I'm actually a care specialist. We have currently 6 care specialists that answers hundreds and thousands of calls, really, emails, walk-ins, people that visit our office physically. So we are essentially coaches for cannabinoid therapy. So someone that, say, has cancer calls and says, I have stage 4 cancer, I'm looking into alternative methods of healing. What should I use and how much? And so we're here to not only help people start therapy, but to sustain their therapy as well and help them to improve their quality of life. So we're here to help, and we're here to serve people. That this is, for some people, their last hope and their last chance. And it also just depends on what they want and how they would like to proceed.
And I remember first time I met you, I had like a whole bunch of surgeries since my last trip to Afghanistan, stage 4 cancer, and I learned so much from you. But also the person behind the camera, Jessica, she's with another clinic in town, working here also. And between the two, I have learned so much. And I was skeptical because, I have people I'll talk to around the country, and I'll tell them about hemp oil.
Mm-hmm.
But what you just said, it's shipped to all 50 states.
Yes.
Oh, no, in my state, that's illegal. But there was actually a bill passed to
Yep.
separate it from cannabis. So talk about
Yes,
that.
there's the agricultural bill and the omnibus bill, and that's generally stating that hemp that is grown in legal states, some states can legally grow hemp. So states that are producing these products can ship across borders, and people can pick this up from their local health food store or their local chiropractor. This is something that's a dietary supplement in the same line as a Flintstone vitamin or a multivitamin that you take daily. This is essentially what Charlotte's Web and any other cannabinoid product is. For federal guidelines, anything that contains less than 0.3% THC is then classified as hemp. Anything that's over 0.3% THC is then classified as medical marijuana or recreational marijuana, which you would need to reside in a medical state for. But there's really no reason why you couldn't get your hands on these products and to use them to enhance your quality of life. So there's a lot of bills in place, and we do have some legality information on our website. It's called What the Hemp. If anyone would like to learn a little bit more about that, we do have a document going over that. And it's sometimes great to print that out, especially if you're traveling. That way you're aware of your rights, and you're also able to share those rights with other people as well.
Yeah, and I've heard story after story from veterans, but people that are not veterans.
Yeah.
The benefits they're getting from spasms and just, I actually increased the dosage, actually at the suggestion of Dr. Getty at the clinic, for pain, and I hadn't even thought about that for pain.
Yeah.
And it really does help.
It does, and
Yeah.
there's multiple ways that you can medicate as well. There's topicals, there's patches, there's creams, there's oils, inhalers, suppositories. So really there's a multitude of different ways that you can receive what your body needs, just depending on what you'd like it for. And the beauty of this is that CBD and cannabinoid therapy in general is not medical condition specific. It's meant to accumulate and saturate in the body, working towards whole body wellness. So your body can essentially return itself back into homeostasis. So just because you have migraines or you have pain, it works on not only the symptoms, but the actual root cause of the medical condition itself.
Okay, now the hemp oil, legal across the country, but I learned in a previous interview that for soldiers, people in the military, they have to get a urine test every once in a while.
That's
and
correct.
It could, even though you can't get high from it, a little bit of THC could show up in that. So because of that, we probably would not recommend they use the hemp oil either, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Anyone that has to be tested for work or for their medication should not be using cannabinoid therapy because there is a possibility to test positive for THC. These products aren't designed to get anyone high or inebriated, but it is stored in the fatty tissue in the body. So depending on the person's metabolism, how long they've been using it, it can still show up in a drug test and urinalysis. So that's definitely a precaution that we would like people to be more aware of.
Okay, now you have a number of products, obviously, you represent. Can people go to your website and actually purchase the hemp oil?
Because we're a nonprofit, we do not produce or distribute any products. We'd be more than happy to help with assisting these products and how to use them, but you want to go directly to the manufacturer or any verified retailer and purchase the products there. We do have coupon codes and discounts for the products that we support. That's located in the client portal. So once someone creates a client account with us, it is a complimentary service. They do have access to all the dosing information, research, education, some doctors that have made their practices public that are willing to assist people that are using cannabinoid therapy. So all the resources, or at least most of the resources that an individual or family would need to start therapy and sustain therapy will be found in their client portal on the Realm of Caring website.
Okay, now you have, I was reading this online, you have something called ROC, which is obviously Realm of Caring, Client Orientation Series.
That's correct.
What is the goal of that? What is it?
So the Client Orientation Series happens twice a month, every other Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and that's a great way for new clients or even existing clients to receive education on the products that we support, how CBD works in the body, how CBD has evolved over time, how cannabis has traveled all over the world to get to where it is currently. So it's a great introductory model, especially if someone's new to cannabinoid therapy. Otherwise, we also have glossaries and other forums if you wanted to speak with other clients. But that orientation series is really to get people up to speed with what this therapy is and what to expect.
And I've also seen on your website that you have doctors listed.
That's
so there's
correct.
Doctors working with you and.
Yeah, so we don't have any doctors on staff, but we do have public practitioners that can be found on our website. They've created a practitioner account with us, and so they have all the education, all the dosing information, just like a client would, to assist people with their therapy as well. So that could be a chiropractor, a neurologist, an alternative practitioner in every sense of the word that has made their practice public and are willing to assist people on their journey. So we're not directly affiliated with any medical professionals, but you can find medical marijuana doctors in Colorado and California listed there as well. That way, if someone's looking for a recommendation, we have someone that we can send them to.
Excellent. Let's talk about research
initiatives,
because I'm finding them online. There's more and more research coming out now.
Yeah.
And I would be willing to guess or assume that if any of these bills in Congress actually pass, which we all hope they will, and it's declassified, I can see these research studies in hospitals
flourishing
and doctors all across America.
Yes.
Yeah. But talk about what's happening now with them.
Yeah, so Realm of Caring really is based on research. Everything we do here is based on research and anecdotal client feedback. So we have over 600 research articles in our research library currently, where there's a multitude, over 30 categories of various medical conditions and how cannabinoid therapy can assist in improving symptoms and quality of life for that individual that has that particular condition. But Realm of Caring has gone a step further, and we have our own research registry. It's actually the largest registry in the United States. So we are currently partnered with Johns Hopkins University. It's an IRB approved study with the clients that we serve. people that are using cannabinoid therapy for a various multitude of medical conditions, as well as people that are not, because we also need a control. So people that are involved get their own registry ID. It is anonymous, but they're recognized by their number. Every 3 months, they receive a survey, depending on if it's a pain survey, if it's a general survey, an epilepsy survey, whatever survey they're taking. And that way, that information we're collecting, like hospital visits, pharmaceutical use, improvements in their usage of cannabinoid therapy or the lack thereof. We want people to be truthful with us because we're capturing this information so we can have insurance companies to eventually start paying for cannabinoid therapy, because currently it's out of pocket for people right now. So the goal is to, of course, to schedule cannabis and say, yes, this is a legitimate medical use and it should be covered by insurance because it is a medication for many people. So that's one of the reasons why we're a partner with Johns Hopkins University for this research registry. We also have a multitude of other initiatives as well. We have epilepsy, former player studies with actual NFL or professional players that have TBI. So if anyone wants to know more about participating in the surveys, they can go to the roc.us/participate. And people do that are active in their research are entered to win $50 every single month as long as they continue completing their surveys. And that can go back towards their products or even an Amazon gift card if they like.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about hemp oil.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about cannabis. There's only a certain number of states where people can get medical cannabis. Colorado is one of them.
That's right.
And Dr. Getty, I mentioned earlier, recommended a certain dosage for me, and I went, are you serious? But apparently the equal are the THC and CBD. It's amazing because I have had so many surgeries. I was in a rehab hospital for two weeks. They had me on oxycodone, Oxycontin. I ended up in the emergency room from that. Yeah, and ever since I found out that the cannabis can actually do what they do as far as pain without any of the side effects. So talk a little bit about that. But again, for people watching, it's only in the States right now until Congress passes, hopefully, this law.
Yeah, and so there's several states hopping on board the cannabis train, which is amazing. Some are more established, like Colorado. Some are still formulating their programs. But the use of whole plant cannabis is particularly amazing. Instead of using, let's for example say an isolate, CBD isolates, you do want the entourage effect, the whole plant material. Think of it as like a football team. You don't want to just have a quarterback, but you want the entire team playing. That's including the terpenes and the flavonoids and all the naturally occurring compounds that's in the cannabis plant. So you can use flower or tinctures or anything like that to heal yourself. Depending on your state's medical marijuana program, it's going to be dependent on what's accessible to you. Some states don't allow any type of smoking or anything like that, so you have to just use a tincture. We do have dosing protocols for adults, for cancer, for pediatrics, guidelines that people can use for both CBD, THC, and THCA. If anyone ever wanted to know how to use those products, we can only really speak from a certain pool of knowledge, as we can't quite vet all of the products that are on the market for their quality and their consistency and concentration. But it is important. We do have a Quality Matters checklist where people can download that document, and that's how we vetted the companies that we currently support, making sure that their products are tested, that there's no molds or pesticides or residuals. Getting marijuana off the street versus getting it from a reputable dispensary or caregiver is a lot more beneficial because you're getting quality product. You're getting something that's actually going to help you. And if you're just using it for recreational use, more power to you. But there's definitely medical reasons for why people are using cannabis, and it's definitely beautiful to see that stigma. People that you never would have thought using cannabis are now incorporating that into their life.
Right. And I'm probably will be using at least until I find that I'm cancer free.
Yeah.
Right? But when I heard that it could help with cancer, I thought, are you serious? Because I came in very skeptical. I'm 71 years old, so I come from the 60s, and all I knew is you get high.
Yeah.
But I don't with this.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing is that if you combine CBD and THC, it does reduce that psychoactivity. So if someone's not particularly keen on getting high or being altered, they can take CBD to help even that out, and you're still receiving your medicinal benefits from that. So yes, that high is very unattractive, but there's a lot of other compounds that you can use that aren't as evasive, if you will.
Right. Well, I know was recommended to me, and it took a while to find it, but the Stanley Brothers, they have a THC CBD tincture.
Yes.
It's 150, it's equal.
Yeah, 1 to
And
1.
I was told that it would reduce the high, and I really didn't believe it, but it really does.
Yes.
Yeah, and it is incredible for pain.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a very wonderful product, and it can be found in various locations in Colorado and in California. And many people have been able to use those products and have seen a complete improvement. We can't make claims here at Realm of
Right.
Caring, but it's so important for us to acknowledge that this is making such an impact in people's lives. We actually have a button here that we press. It goes, we will rock you. Every time we get a success story, we press that button and say, hey, I just got off the phone, or I just answered an email.
Cool.
This is what happened, and we all cheer that person on and their family on. We send cards for people. It's called keeping it personal, and so we continuously have this communication with our clients, and we desperately want their feedback, because this is what's changing lives, and the more resources that we have to say, yes, this is important to recognize, then the better.
Right, and for you and myself, it started out personal.
It did.
It's continued being personal.
Yes.
Because now you're hearing all kinds of other testimonies.
Very much so, and you want to
Yeah.
becoming an advocate.
Right.
You'll be in Walmart and be like, I overheard that you're in pain. Did you know you could start doing this? And you have options.
Right.
So it's hard not to become an advocate after you see something like that.
Okay. So anything else you want to share with people? Maybe give your website addresses again. Are you on social media too?
We are on social media. We're on Facebook. You can always look us up on Facebook, Realm of Caring. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and you can also find us on our website, the realmofcaring.org. And you can also join us for our golf tournament. That will be June 21st, 2018. We'll be here in Colorado, and that will be at Bear Dance Golf Course. And we are, if you're a golfer, if you just want to network or be a business sponsor, there's several ways to get involved with Realm of Caring and get involved in our events. If you'd like to donate to Realm of Caring, that's the realmofcaring.org/donate. You can also go on PayPal and donate to Realm of Caring, or even Amazon Smile. So there's a lot of ways to get involved. You can always give us a call. Our number is 719-347-5400, or email us info at theroc.us. We'd be more than happy to assist you and answer any questions.
And you're on Twitter under Realm of Caring, Facebook Realm of Caring, and Instagram.
Yep, and we also have our YouTube channel as well, and that's where our orientations are being hosted. Yeah, and you can also subscribe to our blog. We also have wonderful stories that come out that way as well.
Great.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
It's
And
been
for
a
your
pleasure.
help. Yeah.
Thank you
Look
so
forward to
much.
working with you.
Yes,
Doing
of
more.
course.
I'd like to do more.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Well, before we close the program, you know me by now, right?
Yes.
You look at the camera. Why don't you give a shout out to our men and women who are still serving around the world?
Thank you so much for your service and your commitment to our country. We appreciate you. Thank you so much to all of our veterans and active duty service members.
Thank you. And I want to say the same thing to first of all, to all of our veterans, our first responders and families. Thank you for your service. First responders, be safe too. I think our country would be in a lot of trouble without our first responders out there just kind of running into in danger.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
So. We appreciate you.
Right. And then to our men and women who are serving right now, maybe you're in an area of the world where you're in harm's way. Be safe, stay alert. We look forward to you all coming home. And to everybody watching right now, please share this with everybody you can. Think about people in your family, veterans around you, people that are not veterans, who are having health issues. Perhaps this could be helpful to them. And so please share this, put your comments. God bless you all. God bless America.